Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-July 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Virgo. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post future videos. Also, I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. With that being said, Virgo, let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. In column number 2, we're going to take a look at just in general what's coming for the remainder of July. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're going to do 3 yes or no questions, your crystal of the month, and a healing note. Let's see here, pulling a summary card. The summary card we have is revision. So likely you had something planned, Virgo, and we did have to revise this plan or this course of action. There was some sort of change from what we initially expected this thing to be. But let's see what messages are coming through here and see what other context I can give you. The first card that we have is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of stress, exhaustion, having too many burdens. If you look at this person, they're carrying all of these wands and they're like hunched over into these wands, overwhelmed. So likely this has been a very busy, stressful last few weeks. You probably feel like you have been doing it all and not everything has been going your way, likely, Virgo. The next card that we have is the Chariot. The Chariot was once described to me as the vroom vroom card. It means there's action, there's change, things are in motion. It's about being on a journey. However, this might not be the easiest journey for you. The nice thing is when we see the Chariot card, we know that no matter what, this journey is taking us to the right place. So again, it could have been tired, it could have been not exactly what we were hoping for, but just know that we are still headed in the right direction, going exactly where we need to be going with the Chariot. The next card that we have is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of apathy or feeling unfulfilled. I feel like when we get stressed, exhausted, and have too many burdens, it's really hard to feel like we're fulfilled or feel really a lot of good emotions. When we get in this place where we're super busy, it makes it challenging. So not super surprised to see that card. You also might not be sure that you're really on the right path since there had to be a revision. But definitely hang in there. Again, the Chariot's saying it's taking us to the right place. But let's see what clarifying cards we have here. The first clarifier we have is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful card. So this means that you are being smart with your time. What I'm getting here is that there's probably not much else you really could have done these last few weeks, Virgo. You did everything with everything that you had. This can also be a card of marriage or fertility. So some of you could have been finding out that you were pregnant or possibly getting married with this card. But again, I feel like you did everything you possibly could these last few weeks. The next card that we have is the Death card. The Death card does not actually mean death, but it does indicate a big change, an ending, time to move on, transformation. Again, you really are on this journey, and again, this change, this revision, this transformation, this journey, it may not be feeling great, but we have the Chariot card here saying that we are doing the right thing. With the Death card too, it's a little hard to see on this smaller card, but usually there's like a sun peeping through two buildings. In this case, you can see the sun just kind of peeping over the hills in this card. The grass is really greener on the other side. We are going to the right place, so definitely hang in there. And then at the bottom here we have the World card. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana. It's a card of completion, completing a goal, completing a lesson. Really like to see this. This is good news for us. This is going to indicate a ending to this feeling of apathy or to this feeling of lack of fulfillment. Also an indicator of ending to that stress, exhaustion, too many burdens. So like to see that all around there for you. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is general, what's going to happen through the remainder of July. We have the card Dependability. This is always an interesting card, and this can go a couple different directions. This could be like in the next few weeks, somebody really needs you and will be depending on you. But oftentimes this is just a reminder to continue to be dependable, continue to show up and do the great work that you do day in and day out, Virgo. But let's clarify and see what messages that we get here. The first card that we have is the Emperor. The Emperor is a card of respect, leadership, strategic planning. It's a very long-term card. So going back to our dependability card, again, somebody definitely could be coming to you in these next few weeks and really depending on you for guidance and support, and looking for you to be there for them and lead them through a scenario. The other thing with the Emperor, though, is this is a very long-term card. When you talk about strategic planning, it's all about doing the right thing long-term. So I like to see the Emperor card because it means you're making the right decisions, you're moving forward, you're doing well for your future self. The next card that we have is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a card of having to make a choice, but as you see, this person is kind of juggling back and forth on this card and weighing the options. So I do anticipate a decision for you in the next few weeks, but again, it's something that you really need to look at the pros and cons on, or kind of weigh out the decision. At the bottom here, we have the Death card. We were just talking about the Death card. This doesn't mean death, but it does indicate that transformation, that transition, that change, that ending, and that new beginning. You can better see what I was talking about here with the sun kind of peeping through in the back of the buildings there. So we are still going through this transition, but I think you are going to be on the easier side of this transition the next few weeks. Before we were in the part where things just weren't transitioning the way we were hoping for, we had to revise, there was a lot going on. So continued transformation. All right, let's see here. So now taking a look at our first clarifying card, we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, anytime we have an Ace card, is a card of newness. This is typically new baby, relationship, proposal, or marriage. We do have these side-by-side cards, so there's definitely some love movement for you, some growth of family for some of you. But keep in mind this could be newness altogether. Definitely getting married or having a baby is that long-term thing. So if any of you are questioning that, again, it does seem like the right long-term move with the Emperor. But I don't like to limit the Ace cards just to new baby, relationship, marriage. It really could be new anything for you. The next card that we have is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a card of necessary transition. I feel like I have said a word like that so many times. Revision, transformation, transition, change, journey, necessary transition. Anyways, with the Six of Swords, this card does look a little bit gloomy, but I actually really like it. If you look at the people, they're faced away from us, their heads are down, and there's a bunch of swords stuck into the boat. But this is about the boat going forward in a positive direction. So again, very much so a necessary transition. Whatever this decision is, it's a decision that needs to be made. It's the right thing long term. And it's going to be supporting this major transformation that we keep talking about over and over again here. This could also be physically moving or relocating with that Six of Swords as well. The next card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of delayed success, waiting. If you look at this person, they planted these pentacles, and now they're just sitting there waiting for them to grow. And I think that's pretty obvious that this just didn't move as fast as we thought it would. Between the Ten of Wands, needing to revise, not feeling the best about it. So things in general have just moved a little bit slower with this transformation than I think you thought it would, Virgo. Now moving on to our next column, though, we're going to take a look at anything related to money. So think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have. The first card that we have is the Nine of Swords. So definitely some dark cards coming through here. We're going to unpack this and see what's going on. But with the Nine of Swords, this is a card of nightmares, anxiety, grief. For whatever reason, you are worried about either something related to your job, Virgo, or finances more generally speaking. We're going to talk about this more though. Of course, we're going to clarify and see what's coming up. The next card that we have is the Ten of Swords. Again, kind of another dark card. This person's laying down flat. They have all these swords stuck into them. This is like kind of a card of rock bottom. Like you may really dislike your job, or maybe you are in a position where you're not super comfortable financially right now, Virgo. Again, we're going to continue to further unpack this. The next card that we have is the Tower card. The Tower card is an interesting card. It is a card of unwanted change, but it's change that needs to happen. The Tower always takes us to a better place. So like, maybe you have to sit back and pay off debt for a little bit, and that's not really what you wanted to do, but it needs to happen. Or maybe you hate your job and for whatever reason you get let go of your job, but it's actually great because now you're going to find a new job. And I'm not saying any of that's going to happen for any of you, but I'm just giving examples. With the Tower card, we plan A, B, C to happen and D, E, F happens. But again, the Tower is going to take us where we need to go. Let's shine some more light on these cards here. Much better spread coming through. Again, I think the first what we were seeing is really kind of that current reflection of how you're feeling, but let's see where things are going. First card we have is the Four of Wands. This is a card of celebration, so I do think that there's going to be a good shift here. Again, whatever you've been worried about is actually going to be more of a celebratory thing. Again, maybe it's that new job, finally getting to pay off that debt, even though that's no fun. This is also a card of family, friends. So somebody could be coming in and offering you some support. Maybe it's career advice, financial advice, but kind of getting you to a better place there. The next card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very reliable person. It's patient, it's hardworking. This definitely needs to be you, Virgo. I feel like you do need to be patient. I know you're feeling like you're in this low spot, but things are going to resolve. Things are going to get better. Things are going to happen exactly the way we need them to. So continue to show up every day, work hard, be reliable, be patient. And whatever is going on that has you worried or feeling low is going to be correcting for you. And actually looks like a pretty short timeline, like within the next few weeks. Then we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very active. It's new project, new creative idea. Again, I keep feeling like there's some sort of new opportunity here for you, Virgo. You don't love what you have, but something better is coming. So again, what we were saying with that Knight of Pentacles, hang in there, continue to work, continue to be reliable, put in your best effort every day, and it will definitely pay off for you. So now this next column, we're going to take a look at love. So think anything related to love, family, friends, relationships, children, whatever you associate with love, Virgo. The first card that we have is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, actually side by side Four of Wands here. This does seem to be something celebratory, but definitely family or friends are going to come in and support you. Again, I don't know if it's going to be career advice, financial support, but I do see family stepping in or a friend stepping in to help you going into the remainder of this month. The next card that we have is the Ace of Swords. Anytime, again, we have an ace card, it is a card of newness. With the Ace of Swords, this is new idea, new mental clarity. This could be a new relationship for some of you, or even a new understanding of a current relationship. And at the bottom here, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty. You see this person is like picking up their swords and moving away. It seems like one relationship is strengthening this month and another relationship is closing out. And remember, this could be family, friends, lover. But let's clarify these cards and see what other messages we have here. The first card we have is the Seven of Wands. This is a card of self-defense or a card of feeling like there's competition. I'm getting that some of you were maybe hesitant to ask for help because you thought that you would need to defend it or it would cause issues. But this seems to be saying the opposite. Like this family or friend that's coming in to help you does not at all expect you to be able to defend this or think differently of you because of it. The next card that we have is the Knight of Wands. Anytime I have the Knight of Wands, this is a card that like screams freedom at me, which is really cool. It's a very free-spirited card. It's very creative energy. Whenever this new relationship or understanding is very, very beneficial to you, it's going to be very freeing. It's like, now I know what I want, I can go and get it. Or you're just really going to be enjoying this new relationship. Perhaps this relationship that's closing out, you're going to feel freedom from it. But good energy there. At the bottom here, we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of stress, exhaustion, having too many burdens. For whatever reason, this one relationship is just like burnt you out. And that's why, again, we're kind of slowly starting to close the door on it. It's just not serving you. It's causing more stress, burnout, exhaustion, conflict than it is serving value. Now, Virgo, let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. This is something to carry into the month of July with you. We have the card Perception. Perception's interesting. This is about gaining a new perception on something in the next few weeks. So enhanced understanding or perhaps perception that you didn't have before. But let's see what messages come through here. The first card that we have is the Ace of Wands. Again, we have had so many Ace cards this reading, which I love to see because Ace, again, is those cards of newness. The Ace of Wands specifically is new project, urge to create some sort of new inspiration. So whatever this perception is that you're getting, it's really going to move you forward. It's going to open your eyes to something that you have not seen or felt or experienced before. The next card that we have is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful card. This is, again, doing well with what you have. Great card for marriage, relationships, and pregnancy as well. But it's like with this new perception, you're going to move forward on something new. You're going to be really smart and tactful on how you move forward. At the bottom, we have the King of Pentacles, echoing that smart and tactful. The King of Pentacles is solid, practical, wise, and that's going to be you moving forward. This very well could be an investment opportunity. The King of Pentacles is very much so an investment card, but let's see what other messages we have here. The first clarifier we have is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is a card of partnership, deep love, strength together. This Ace of Wands could be a beginning of a business idea or business partnership as well. Very, very strong relationship here. The next card that we have is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is an interesting card and one that I really like. If you look here, these Eight of Cups are stacked really nicely, but yet this person is still moving on. And it's like with this new perception, it's like, okay, what's going on now is good, but it gives you that vision that there is something better, and then you choose to pursue something better. So the Eight of Cups is like going from good to better type energy. And then at the bottom here, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords can go either way. It's either saying you need to rest, retreat, recover, renew, or it's saying you have rested, retreated, recovered, renewed. So definitely very much so new energy, new renewal associated with this perception and this new opportunity that you're pursuing, Virgo. Now at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, Virgo, you can stop the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the 10 of Clubs. This is number 35 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the Jack of Hearts. This is number 22 card. That's going to be a no as well. And question number 3, we have the Ace of Clubs. This is the number 31 card. That's coming through as a no as well. So no, no, no for you this go around, Virgo. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of July. Your crystal this month is carnelian, which is good for urge for discovery, vitality. It gives you courage, helps you overcome everyday challenges, and it just really gives you kind of an ease to life, which is nice. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, Although this is not an easy path for you, you will always be the most beautiful, caring, and courageous person I know, and that will never change. Thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. If you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you again, Virgo, and have a wonderful rest of your July.